Magazine smart, I got $1 million heart, so I could say fuck your peace. No hunting blacks like ducks and geese. Is you an enemy? Western chauvinism is white supremacy, and that's the truth. That mean that if I say it, then there's proof. That mean that's what I live and what I.
Streets reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you check out the graduationparty.org if you will love one of mathematics tutoring. Also, to support the channel by buying some paraphernalia, you can actually go to blackfoxnews.com/shop. That's news with a Z at the end. We lose a lot of people to that Z. Please go to the right URL and you'll see a lot of gear that's coming and matching with pretty much anything in your wardrobe, any form, shape, size that you may have. We got something for you. Now moving on to the news. Oh, I figured this was coming. I didn't know it was coming this hard. 22 years on Tuesday, the court ran by U.S. District Court Judge Timothy Kelly actually granted to Proud Boys founder and leader, national chair member Enrique Tarrio. Now, heard me talk about him in the past. I told y'all he's a rat, you know what I'm saying? But let me clear up even that portion on it. In March, in May, they actually had found out because Enrique Tarrio was going to be brought as a witness to the stand for one of the other Proud Boy leaders who had got charged, Zachary Rell, who was a chapter leader. And then it came out, they requested more time because they found out that the leader was a government informant and had been since the January 6th. 2021 insurrection. So this dude is running around here like a whole rat, probably telling them mad information. Maybe it's connected to the 1,100 people who've actually faced charges from the insurrection, 300 people who are already serving sentences. So, there might be a connection there, maybe not, but they must not have gotten all the information they wanted out of him because they smoked him 22 years. Prosecutors were trying to give him 33 years, but the courts ended up giving him 22. Now, keep in mind that this is him getting 22 years. That's the longest sentence from the January 6th insurrection by far. Dude wasn't even the fuck there. The main reason he's getting it is because he's the leader. And they said, they have evidence showing, he was, pointing fingers and, you just had the district court judge even saying that, like, you were the orchestrator of that event. And, it was also came out in court that the Proud Boys actually served as Donald Trump's army, and they pretty much were trying to keep him in office. So you also had the judge saying in the court case, because you had the defense attorneys pleading, trying to say that he's remorseful, whatever, and the judge is like, I don't really see how he's remorseful based on all of his responses and the statements he's making while the offense is actually making their presentation, whatever. It doesn't show that he even acknowledges the crime that he's being convicted of. So he's having a hard time there, but I'm sure there's some bittersweet shit going on because, dude was ratting and he's still getting smoked. So we'll see how that turns out. Other Proud Boy leaders have gone down too. You have the one that actually runs the Seattle chapter, Ethan Nordine, this past Friday, smoked 18 years. You had Joseph Biggs getting smoked. I've reported on Joseph Biggs and Zachary Rell last week getting 15 to 17 years. You also had Stuart Rhodes, who's actually the founder of the Oath Keepers, another nationalist white supremacy organization. You heard me mention them along with the Proud Boys in my BFN World broadcast number 18, where I talk about how they're the new Klan. Oath Keepers, Boogaloo, and 09A, the Klan now. And I went on to talk about Proud Boys later, but this is revealing, because if you ask a lot of people in MAGA, you have them coming up with all sorts of stories about how these people aren't really guilty and there's no real charges being processed against these people. But 1,100 people got charges, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when it was just like 400, and I thought that was a lot, but seemingly justified based on the footage that everybody sees. You also have a lot of right-wing media propaganda showing that there was like no damage really being done, and then that it was just You know, there was like FBI flooded all throughout the you know, coming up just pretty much with FBI. Let me finish that statement. FBI flooded all throughout the insurrection crowd, you know, the MAGA crowd, and just pretty much any excuse they could come up with to absolve Trump and MAGA from guilt for that very, you know, crazy day. So we'll see. What are your thoughts on this? You know what I'm saying? Outside of MAGA, because I already know what the fuck y'all gonna say. You know, this Black Fox News shit, y'all White Fox News motherfuckers be over here. Green War on graduation.
Purposely drop my views low. How many times complicated reasoning? Gonna be some shit that I can spend some dollars at, like quantitative easing. How many times Bitcoin and gold gonna spike? How many times Selena Powell was holding the mic? How many niggas trying to add when they ain't a factor? How many stripper bitches gonna turn into rappers? Should I blame Kim? Should I blame Eve? Should I blame Nicki? Should I chill? Should I blame Cardi?